Well, good afternoon, gang. Welcome to Woodcraft. My name is Joe. It is awesome to see you guys here today. I hope everyone is doing well. We're not here to talk about a knife. We're not here to talk about a cook stove. We're not here to talk about a camp cook recipe or anything like that. Nothing that flashy. However, it may not be flashy, but it's actually more important than any of those things. We're here to talk about first aid, specifically the bag or the enclosure that holds your first aid gear. Now, I know it's not that flashy, like I said, but I keep a first aid kit of some variation anyway, and pretty much every kit that I have, whether it's Neosporin, a couple band-aids, you can call that good, or tourniquets, H bandages, or Israeli bandage. All that to say, from small to large, pretty much every kit that I have has some variation of a first aid kit. One thing that I like about this piece of gear from OneTigris today, it's the OneTigris. The name they give it is about a mile long, but basically it's a quick detach first aid pouch. One thing that I really like about it, in fact, there's two things that really stand out to me that I like. Number one, it's quick detach. It's got a velcro all along the back. It's easy to rip it off and it's easy to put it back. Another thing that I really like about it is that on the inside, which you'll see all this here in just a second, on the inside it does have an elastic band or elastic strap, stretchy cord, whatever you want to call it, that when you open it, it sits like an L or like a shelf, so it's very easy to get to anything inside, but at the same point in time, when you open it up, it doesn't just flop and dump your gear everywhere. Anyway, I have rambled enough. Let me go ahead and change the camera angle, and I'll talk to you about this pouch some more. All right, guys, well, the piece of gear I'm talking about today is this pouch right here. Not this bag, but this pouch. Now, this is from OneTigris. This is what they call, and I'm going to warn you, the name they have attached to this thing is about a mile long. It's actually kind of hard to say or remember at all, but it is the OneTigris Tactical MOLLE Quick Detach EMT Medical EMT First Aid IFAK pouch. Yeah, we're going to call it a first aid pouch. Anyway, what's really cool about this thing, it is solidly built. It is 1000D nylon. It'll hold up to being roughhoused. This has been riding around in my truck for going on probably 2 weeks attached to this bag. It's showing absolutely no signs of wear, which, you wouldn't, 2 weeks isn't that long a time. But anyway, quick rundown of the specs. It is just short of 8 inches long, 5.5 inches wide, and about 2.5 inches deep, something like that. Let's hit the high points really quick. This is probably glaring at you right here. This is a positive and a negative. No pun intended here. Given that it's a first aid pouch, OneTigris had the idea to make patches that would let first responders know your blood type. This is good and bad in my opinion. It's a really neat idea. I do kind of like it, but at the same point in time, as far as I can tell on the website, you can only order positive, whether you're AB positive, A positive, whatever, or O positive in this case. I'm actually type O negative, but when I requested type O negative, they sent me O positive. As far as I can tell on the website, you can only get the positive type patches. Hopefully they will change that. While I'm kind of critiquing a little bit, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. This is orange. While it is high visibility, I do like that. It doesn't blend in with the woods and stuff like that. I would prefer it if this was red. Red is pretty much international first aid kit. Everybody knows what it is, or at least most people know. I would prefer that this would be red instead of orange. I'm just being nitpicky there. It's still pretty obvious what this is. This strap right here, you can use it for a compression strap, but also I'll show you this here more in depth in just a second. This is quick detach. Has a handle right here that you can rip it right off the Velcro panel, and this just makes sure that it doesn't accidentally come off. Easily just pop that off, and there you go. Rip it right off. This back panel, it is MOLLE compatible. With the length and with also having MOLLE straps on the back here, there is unlimited number of ways you can mount this. Another thing that I really like about this is you unzip it. You have this elastic cord right here, which holds it open, kind of like a shelf, which makes it just very accessible. You do have multiple elastic straps in here, so you can outfit this just any way you want to. You do have a mesh pocket in the bottom here. You also have more elastic straps on top of that. So like I said, you can outfit this thing any way that you want to. Just as a quick rundown of what I've got in here, just to give you an idea of what all will fit. Got a 4-inch gauze. It's a roll of gauze, just some gauze tape on this side. I've got a TK4 tourniquet. I've got some nylon gloves, or latex gloves rather. Behind it, I've got some Neosporin. Got a little Swiss Army knife. It's got scissors embedded into it. And down in here, I've got other various bandages, an H bandage, several others, Band-Aids, 4-inch bandages, etc., etc., etc. The list goes on. This video isn't about what I put in my first aid kits. This video is about this piece of gear. The thing that I like the most about this, I don't have to have my backpack with me, or if there's a medical emergency or something needing medical attention, whether it's, you know, a splinter all the way down to a bona fide cut, I don't have to bring my entire backpack with me. I can just rip this off and go. As I mentioned earlier, the name that OneTigris has given this piece of gear, it is really about a mile long. I will leave a link in the description leading you to OneTigris' website, which you can read that entire name if you have the time, but also at the same point in time, it'll give you all the information if you're interested in ordering one, etc., etc. It is $22, it's $21.99, something like that, $22 for this piece of gear, as necessary as carrying a good comprehensive first aid kit, especially in what I would consider this to be like a first responders type of first aid kit. $22, it's cheap enough that you can layer your gear. If you're like me, I like to layer my gear. I have kits strewn out everywhere, and so it's nice to be able to say that, you know, that's a good piece of gear. I want to attach that to X amount of kits and it not have to set me back several $100s. Anyway, all that to say, if this is something you're interested in, something you're looking for, this is a valid option in my opinion. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for being here today. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you did, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Also, if you're not a subscriber to this channel and you would like to become so, there's a subscribe button right around here somewhere-ish. Anyway, and also please hit that comment section up. Let's talk about this piece of gear. Let me know what you think of it, maybe what gear you use in place of this. Anyway, thanks again for being here, and I will see you next time. I hope you guys have a great day.